So first and foremost, we will start with introduction to mental health in Malaysia. So what is mental health? According to World Health Organization or WHO, mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life, learn and work well, and contribute to their community. And mental health conditions often include mental disorders and psychosocial disabilities, as well as other mental states. So, with this in mind, why does mental health matter in Malaysia? Mental health matters in Malaysia because approximately 1 in 3 Malaysians experiences mental health issues. And these mental health problems often affect physical health, work performance, relationships, and even social life. And untreated mental illness costs Malaysia significantly in lost productivity, reduced employment, and even loss of life. So Malaysia is actively addressing mental health within the SDG 3 framework through various multi-sectoral initiatives led by the Ministry of Health, such as the National Plan of Action for Children and Adults' Mental Health, fostering community care and promote the public awareness to reduce stigma and emphasizing early detection of mental health problems, and even integrated the care across government, NGOs, and communities.
This slide shows the trend of suicide cases in Malaysia over time, which is a key indicator of severe mental health distress. Suicide data is widely used because it reflects extreme psychological pressure and is consistently recorded each year. In 2019, Malaysia recorded 609 cases, increasing slightly to 621 cases in 2020. However, the situation worsened sharply in 2021 when cases surged to 1,142, almost doubling during the peak of COVID-19 pandemic. This rise is closely linked to prolonged lockdowns, economic uncertainty, job losses, and social isolation. Although cases declined to 921 in 2022, they remain high, and in 2023, cases increased again to 1,087, showing that mental health challenges persisted even during the recovery phase. As highlighted by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, this trend reflects broader social and economic changes, including rapid transformation, inequality, and shifting family structures. Overall, the data show that mental health issues in Malaysia are systematic and require long-term policy intervention.
This slide shows mental health issue by age group in Malaysia. From the bar chart, we can see that youth aged 15 to 29 have the highest number of mental health cases. This is because young people face a lot of pressure from studies, future careers, and social media, which can affect their emotion and stress level. Next, adult aged 30 to 59 show a moderate number of cases. Many adults face stress because of work, money problem, and family responsibility, especially when trying to balance everything at once. Lastly, the elderly aged 16 and above have the lowest reported case. However, this does not mean they have no mental health problems. Many elderly are less likely to report their issue or seek professional help because lack of awareness or limited access to mental health service. Overall, these charts show that youth are the most affected group, so more support and awareness are needed for young people.
So for my part, we're going to discuss about mental health issues by gender. As we can see on the bar chart, the male percentage is 3.9%, while the female percentage is slightly higher, which is 5.4%. And the data presented is based on 2023 national statistics. So the bar chart shows that the prevalence of mental health issues among females in Malaysia is higher than among males. This indicates a gender difference in reported mental health conditions, with females more likely to experience or report psychological distress. This difference may be influenced by social, psychological, and biological factors, as well as higher help-seeking behavior among females. In contrast, males may underreport mental health problems due to social stigma and cultural expectations.
Moving on to key contributors to mental health in Malaysia. So before we dive into the insight, I would like to clarify a few things on how the data was obtained and analyzed. So for this slide, I used a Pareto style comparison where the main purpose is not to show the exact number, but to identify which factors contribute the most relative impact compared to the others. So the factors shown here were derived from secondary sources, mainly national level summaries and reports, including publication from Ministry Health of Malaysia. So from this report, common contributing factors were identified, grouped, and then translated into relative value to allow clearer visual comparison. So the value we see here is not the exact number, but represent relative importance. So now let's dive into the insight where the chart shows that youth and age-related pressure is the most dominant contributor, which reflect academic stress, uncertainty about the future, and transition into adulthood are some of the pressure that accumulate early in life. Moving on to the second factor, which is socioeconomic stress, which we need to understand this is a structural issues and not an individual failure. So rising living costs and income instability create persistent mental strain. And moving on to the third factor, which is family backgrounds, where households, conflict, and emotional environment can either protect or worsen your mental health. And the fourth factor is urban and work-related stress reflect modern lifestyles such as long working hours, commuting fatigue, and work-life imbalance. So last but not least, peer and school-related factors rank the lowest. Although it rank lower, it is still important, but tend to be more context dependent rather than structural. So overall, these analysts highlight that mental health in Malaysia are driven largely by systemic and life stage pressures rather than isolated personal weaknesses. So that's all from me. Thank you.
And last but not least, the conclusion and recommendations. In conclusion, our findings show that mental health issues in Malaysia are becoming more serious, especially after 2020. Youth are the most affected age group, mainly due to the academic pressure and uncertainty about the future. Females also report higher mental health issues than males. Overall, mental health problems in Malaysia are influenced not only by personal factors but also by social and economic pressures. Based on our findings, several actions can be taken. First, mental health awareness should be strengthened to reduce stigma and encourage people to seek help early. Second, stronger government policies and funding are needed to support mental health services. Lastly, better access to counseling and community support is important, especially for young people who are the most affected. That's all from us. Thank you.